You're about to listen to the Weird with a Side of Bacon podcast. We cover weird things, but part of that may include adult themes and content. We'll be talking about things like butts and boobs, and there will be swearing. It's kind of what we do. If there are any kids in the car, you may want to change the channel. Thanks, and enjoy. Hey, sweetie, what can I get for you?
Do you have any of today's specials left?
The weird? Oh yeah, we got lots of weird.
And can I get that with bacon?
Sure, weird with a side of bacon, coming up. Hello, everybody, and welcome to... Yep, that's not welcome. Welcome. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Weird with a Side of Bacon podcast.
Yay!
All right, so this is the podcast where we cover all things weird that happen around the world. Let's go through and introduce our hosts. We're going to start with Misty. Misty, what do you do?
I cover weird news articles from around the world.
All right, and then working ourselves around the table, we have Stephanie. Stephanie, what up?
What up with you, G?
Actually, that's one of my stories. You'll get to it. It'll make sense.
I'll get to it.
I'll get to it. You won't get to it. If you get to it, then you can do it. No, you can't. Okay, all right, here we go. Anyway, Steph, what do you do?
I cover weird social media stories.
And we're going to go through then, and now we've introduced... What? No.
You need to introduce yourself.
Myself. I'm so off. I am just off in my own world here. I'm Trevor. I cover weird history and weird facts. Today, we will be talking mostly... I got this, guys. Today, we'll be covering mostly weird history, which are also facts about history. So, yes, I cover weird history and weird facts. So, anyway, we're going to go through then, and first we're going to start with our own personal story before we get into the big fat content we got going on here. So, I believe Stephanie said she has a weird personal story that has happened to her recently. Stephanie, tell us about the weirdness in your life.
Well, it didn't happen to me, but it was something that I saw.
I think that still counts as something that...
It's not related to me at all.
It's not related. It's still... Okay. All right. Well, let's see. I mean, we had an earlier story where you saw people walking down the road wearing giant taco costumes and their dog was... I guess it didn't happen to you either, but I mean, it kind of does, right? I think
you seen it?
People were disappointed that I did not get a picture of that, but
I know.
What am I supposed to do? Pull over and be like, can I get a picture?
Hello,
I need it for my podcast.
Right. I'm going to exploit you. Okay. Anyway, what do you got for weirdness that you witnessed?
So not too long ago, I went to the gas station after work, and there's a field across the road, like just an open field. There's no buildings or anything.
Undeveloped land. Okay.
Basically, like I know if there's construction going on, that's where a lot of supplies will be stored.
Oh, okay. Like the highway guys use that for storage or whatever. Yeah. Okay. All right. I got you.
So there was snow on the ground, and I saw something like out in the field, and I'm like, what is that? And I sat there and watched it, and it was this like Chevy Tahoe, somebody driving a Tahoe or something with the back end open. Here they were pulling their kids on sleds behind the vehicle, just driving around this field. And on top of it, the dog was running alongside. Like their dog was running along with the vehicle as these kids were being pulled around.
Oh.
In a field that I'm sure they don't own.
They don't own it. And who knows what's out there? Like broken glass.
Oh my God, yeah. There could be like
broken parts of swords. Yeah.
And it's all covered in snow.
Rebar, anything left from construction work.
Yeah. So it's like they tied up to the hitch of the SUV and they're pulling their kids around while the dog's running along with the vehicle. And it's like...
Oh, wow. Because I've seen it behind like four-wheelers. People do that in winter. Or even
and like out on the lake.
Yeah, or out on the lake. Like we had a small field that was actually like we know it was clean because we had lived there for years, and the city cut the grass and all that, and they didn't store vehicles or anything out there. And that one we used to take and hook a sled to the snowmobiles when we were younger. And that one I didn't feel bad about or dangerous or anything. But yeah, I think behind a vehicle, you don't know what's out there. Did you see an ambulance later on at all? Or?
No, because I went home after that. But
okay, well, that's good news at least.
It's such a Wisconsinite thing.
That's something else. That's a certain particular part of Wisconsin. Wisconsin.
Part of me wanted to sit there just to see if somebody would call the cops on it.
Yeah. Because I don't think this could be improv. Like, they had the sled, they had the dog, the kids were dressed for it and everything, probably. So this was planned activity. This wasn't just out of the blue, like, let's just do this.
Yeah. And I know there's a little apron that you can pull
up on it.
Pull it into the field.
Okay.
But that's closer to the road that this field and the gas station were on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But they were like way on the other side, closer to the highway. So they drove through this field just to have their little sledding fun.
I could see so many things going wrong with that right now. Like the dog running.
Yeah, because you can't see.
And it wasn't a big dog. It wasn't like a Quinn-sized dog.
It wasn't like a Quinn or Great Dane.
No, it was more, I would say more medium size.
Okay.
So you're talking like 50 to 75 pounds. Weird with a side of bacon is ranking very well in Estonia.
Oh, thank God. That's our direct
Guess what our position is?
What?
146 in the category comedy.
Wow.
I love it.
In Estonia?
Estonia.
Oh, okay. All right. That's a thing. So.
That was an email we got on. That was another side note. So anyways, yes. So that was my...
Interesting stuff. Yeah, that's
weird.
Weird, dumb, dangerous. There's so many ways to describe that. But yes, I would definitely call it weird. Well, let's get into our content because that's why people come here. But before we get into the content, remind everybody of the bacon rating system, especially the new listeners, which isn't reminding, it's telling. But anyway, our bacon rating system is a 1 to 4 bacon strip rating system based on how weird you are. 1, your story is not weird. 4, your story is really weird. It's crispy 4 strips of bacon means your story is weird. And if you are a weird story, you get the BLT, which is just a nice bacon sandwich. So that's what we got. So let's get into our content because again, that's why we're here. I believe I go first, Steph, right? Do I go first?
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, wrong. Just go. I'm going to go. All right, so I'm going to start with my sources on this one. This one comes from a March 2025 article of All That's Interesting, a website about interesting and weird things. In August 2002, an August 2002 article of Snopes. Snopes is that website that people go to confirm if something is real or not. If you hear like a thing, you can look up on Snopes if it's a big enough topic, and they'll say, yep, that's real, or nope, that's not real.
Oh, I'm glad you knew what it was because I didn't.
Yeah, Snopes. It's a great website, actually. So if you have one of those things where you have a friend that, like, what's that classic one that everybody thought the best friend from Wonder Years was Marilyn Manson? It's not. So Snopes covered that and said, no, the two of them are not the same person. Anyway, side note. Next one is the January 2025 article from Vice, VICE, which is another kind of news article type program. All right, so the title of this one, I've named it, When I Think About Food, I Touch Myself. I should do it while singing. When I think about food, I touch myself. Oh, wow. Anybody else? When I think about food, I touch myself. Oh, no?
Yeah.
Just me? Okay.
You probably do touch yourself when you think about food.
Well, that's actually going to be a main part of this article, hence the title to it.
I was just talking about you directly.
Me directly? Well, with that, then I should start following the recommendations of Reverend Sylvester Graham, who is a Protestant minister. So Reverend Sylvester, we'll call him, he had this whole thing where he was determined that people were overly stimulated in life. And being overly stimulated causes major concerns. Dirty, horrible, bad concerns, such as, but not limited to, sexual urges and masturbation.
Surprise.
Surprise.
So if you are overly stimulated, that's what's going to happen. And we know one thing that stimulates people in this world is food. So if you have tasty, yummy food, you get overstimulated. And that's going to lead you to doing naughty thoughts and naughty things, according to Reverend Sylvester. So with that, he had decided to start promoting among the Grahamites, by the way, because he's Reverend Sylvester Graham. He has followers. They're called Grahamites. I just think that's a fun thing to do. The idea of a health purity movement. And he said, guys, you have to stay away from all stimulations. That means cold baths, early sleep, and
tacos,
vegetarian diet. I think tacos are the opposite. Tacos are very tasty. I don't think that counts. Instead, it has to be a bland diet, vegetarian for one, and also no spices. Spices are bad. You will get stimulated by spices. That's going to lead to sexual urges.
It'll make you cry if you stick your finger in your eye.
That's actually true if you have the wrong kind of spices. So, Reverend Sylvester, one of the things he did is he invented a special flour. Because if you guys know anything, flour has way too much flavor in it. I don't know about you guys. I'm like, oh, I am so sick of eating this bread and all its flavorful flour in it.
It's like eating chalk.
Right.
But yes, he created a coarse whole grain flour that was meant to calm the body because he didn't want you to be having those stimulation issues. It helped reduce lust, it promoted self-control, and it prevented, quote, impure thoughts.
I don't remember the last time I was at church where I wanted an extra wafer.
Yeah, I think church wafer, actually. That's actually a fair measurement of it. And church wafers might have too much flavor for Sylvester here. He might be like, no,
They
that's
better
too
stop
much.
handing out wine.
Well, what he did then is he took these and said, I need to not only offer this flour, I need to offer my Grahamites something to eat. So he created a cracker. Can anyone guess the name of Sylvester Graham's cracker?
Is it a graham cracker?
It is a graham cracker.
Weird.
Imagine
You
that.
guys did not see that coming, did you?
I don't find graham
There's too
crackers.
much cinnamon in graham crackers.
Well, that's the big part. Today's graham crackers that we are used to for s'mores and stimulation are not the same ones. The original Sylvester Graham's graham crackers were uber bland, and they were purposely bland because flour had too much flavor. You had to use his flour for these crackers to make sure that you ate them while taking cold baths and going to bed early and avoiding urges.
So basically the wafers at church.
Yeah, pretty much the wafers at church. I would
Pretty
say
much,
so.
Because
But
you're
those-
like,
right, those
As
are,
it sticks to the top of your mouth.
yeah.
Because you know you're not allowed to chew it.
Yeah, I think it's like stick it in your tongue and let it dissolve or something.
even though isn't it supposed to represent the bread?
Yeah,
Or
Bread,
the food of
the
Christ.
body of Christ or whatever, yes. But yes, obviously the graham cracker has gone in a very different direction than Sylvester would have actually wanted it to. I don't know where it transitioned. I don't know where someone's like, you know what, we could totally make these a lot better by adding honey to them and cinnamon and sugar and all this stuff.
Why do they not make a chocolate one?
I think they do make ones that are like pre-chocolated or dipped for real easy s'moring.
I feel like you should be able to make them like a Teddy Graham.
Yeah, I mean, because yeah, that's right. Oh, I see what you mean. So not like dipped in chocolate. You mean the ones that actually have chocolate like in the
The cocoa
batter.
in them, in the batter.
Okay, that's true. I could see that. I could see that being a thing. Well, we got to
Just think
figure
how
that
much
out.
you could save with s'mores.
With s'mores? Right. Well, I don't like s'mores anyway. They're too sticky. I hate sticky stuff. I think we've talked about that before. But I do like the flavor of graham crackers. And apparently that might be what's causing me to have my urges. So maybe I should stop eating flavorful graham crackers and I should maybe make some of Reverend Sylvester's graham crackers.
Does it give you a recipe?
I do not have a recipe for Sylvester Graham's Grahamites graham crackers. That's hard to say. Sylvester Grahamites graham crackers.
There are chocolate graham crackers out there.
Nice.
Damn it. Why have I never seen them in the store?
We shop at the wrong stores.
I guess. I bet your festival has them.
It says they're at Walmart nearby.
Oh, I think we have to go get
Maybe
some
I
graham
never
crackers.
thought to look for them.
Well, yeah, it's not every day you go for graham crackers.
Much less chocolate graham crackers.
Well, you think of s'mores, you think of the traditional graham cracker.
Right. I think, and I wonder if people get mad at you. And you're like, I'll bring the s'mores to like a camping thing. And you bring those, but no chocolate. If people would be like, what the fuck?
You know what? I'm going to try that.
I think you'd make people mad. I think people would be really upset with you. I'm trying to get stimulated over here, and this is the stuff you're giving me.
No wood for you.
So, but yes, so the origin of the graham cracker is to prevent you from touching yourself. So, congratulations on that. Next time you're making s'mores, don't touch yourself, I guess.
Why would you? You're sticky.
Oh, God, you're right. Ooh, nope. I hate stuff. So, yeah, so that's my story, guys.
Short and sweet.
Not sweet. The opposite of sweet.
Zero flavor.
You knew things were going bad when he said flour had too much flavor in it. Flour is too stimulating.
Who licks? I could just see him buying all sorts of different flour types and just licking the powder itself.
Right, which is actually poisonous. Flour is poisonous.
Yeah, you should
Raw
bake it.
flour. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's true. Did he go go through and just tried a bunch of flour and be like, too strong, too strong, too strong, until he made his own flour?
I don't know how to rate your story.
Yeah.
Because is bacon a stimulant?
Oh, yeah. Dude, bacon is totally, because not only is it pork, but then you smoke it and you season it, and they got maple bacon. Don't they have maple bacon as a thing?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, God. Bacon is just
See,
gonna
I
get
can't
you
give you a
going.
rating then.
Well,
Because if you can't eat it, you can't really talk about it. Because otherwise, everything gets hard.
So, all right. Well, I'll just go with
No.
no grain bacon rating.
I don't care. I give you a 3 crispy.
A 3 crispy? Aww. It's way too much
Now I'm
flavor.
wet.
No, because it's stimulated. See? I like it.
I will also give you a 3 crispy.
Aw, well, thank you guys. I will take my 3 Krispies and I'm going to put them between 2 pieces of graham cracker, which I don't think would actually be that good, but I would do it anyway.
Well, I'd cut the sweet out of your
It's got the
s'mores.
sweet and savory thing going. Can I put bacon on a graham cracker? Can I go to bacon on a s'more? Maybe I'd like it better.
I don't see why you
Challenge.
I can do anything I want, right? Don't tell me what to do. I can do what I want.
I don't think anybody told you what to do.
Nobody's telling you.
I think that's literally the definition of a rebel without a cause right there. Oh, I'm baking on my s'mores. You can't tell me not to. Wasn't going to. I got it all app. Okay, and we're gonna work ourselves around, and we are 1, 2, 3. Misty at the news desk with today's story.
So we have a little bit of a theme going on and didn't even know it.
Are yours about masturbation?
No,
Oh, flour.
but it is about food and cathedrals.
Oh, I guess that is a theme. That's an obscure theme to
I'm
hit.
going to break the theme once we get to my story. I'm so sorry.
Oh, should we just pause it and make you search for something about cathedrals? And no
And food.
food.
You might be able to find one.
You know what? I think we can come back to it at a different time. I'm not looking to put you on the spot like that. All right, let's jump into Misty here. Misty, what do you got?
You told
for
me
us?
to search. I'm going to search.
All right, but we gotta pay attention. Well, we all gotta pay attention. Oh gosh, we also gotta pay attention. Okay, what do you got, Misty Ray?
Okay, so this news article.
I'm sorry, it's contagious. You're sitting closest to me. Stephanie, you're next.
This news article is a little bit older. It's from May of 2025. The name of the article is A Show Inside a Cathedral Featured Raw Chicken in Diapers.
Raw chicken in diapers.
Yes.
Um,
No words.
yeah, you don't see those in church very often.
I mean, I guess chicken's pretty bland when it's raw. There's nothing on it.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. This has got to be a different church than we used to go to when we were younger. I don't know. This might make me go. Okay.
I went to a Lutheran church, so
Any chickens, raw or otherwise?
no.
No. Diapers? No? Okay. Okie dokie, let's do this thing.
Okay, so in Berlin, a performance inside a Catholic cathedral in Germany earlier in the month of May that featured raw, plucked chickens wrapped in diapers on stage.
So this is all wrapped into one. It wasn't people in diapers and raw chickens. It was the chickens in the diapers.
It was the chicken in the diapers.
All right.
And the president and the local archbishop was in the audience.
Even better.
I feel like whoever's in charge of screening the church shows is gonna get fired.
So the show is called Westphlia Side Story. It's part of a celebration that marks the 1250th anniversary of Westphal, a region in northwestern Germany.
I'm trying to put together how on earth raw chickens and diapers correlates with the origin of a city. I can't come up with anything in my head. Okay.
So there is video footage of the show. It has one woman and 2 shirtless men singing Meat is Meat. Apparently, this is a spoof of an Australian band called Opus from 1984 pop song Live is Life. And dancing with dead chickens on a stage in front of Paderborn Cathedral's altar. So basically, they were dancing in this cathedral with dead chickens.
What on earth? What on earth tells you that when you're coming up with a show to do to commemorate the origins of your city, says, even without the chickens and diapers, says, you know what would really hit the spot? got a spoof on a 1980 something
band?
pop band from Australia that nobody has heard about.
Oh, it gets better.
Please tell me it's Pterodactyl Shitstorm.
Oh God, Pterodactyl Shitstorm.
But with a T, not a P.
Dude, if that
Yes.
band, if we could find
Way
that
over his head.
band,
Yeah.
I get it. We're making fun of my inability to spell things.
Nobody was making fun of you.
No, I didn't feel it at all. Actually, I didn't actually. Went over my head. I missed it. But I don't even know what I was gonna say now. I was over in my own head now. Yeah. Oh no,
talking about-
Pterodactyl Shitstorm.
Yes.
I'm hoping that they get big enough that they actually have a website, because I want to get a T-shirt. This is Pterodactyl Shitstorm with like their tour dates, because I got to be honest, their tour dates are gonna be like March 5th, the back corner of the local bowling alley, and then the next one is gonna be the Park Pavilion or something. But no, we're not talking about that. We're talking about 1987 pop band,
1984
84 pop band
song.
out of Australia, Live Is Life. And
Live is life
and
is
then
the
their
song.
spoof was Meat is Death or Murder.
Meat is meat.
Meat is...
Okay.
Okay.
So, a performance company, Body Talk, sighed in a statement that the show featured, which is a work in progress from West Philly's Side Story, which is a reference to the American musical West Side Story.
With the sharks and jets and diapers and raw chicken.
So, the finished show will premiere in September of 2025. Now, whether or not this came out, I didn't go back and look.
Does this go back to the there's no bad publicity thing? Like, this sounds like it was a terrible thing, but when the show came out, the final product, was it huge and everybody tuned in to check it out because it got this publicity? It begs the question.
Well, this show is supposed to be a part of the 1250th anniversary cultural program for the cathedral
In Germany,
in Germany.
not Australia.
Nope.
In 1984.
Nope.
This is solid. This is a good idea.
I agree.
So it was not meant to be a spoof at all, so the co-founder said in an email to the Associated Press.
How do you wander onto a spoof? What the fuck is going on here?
So the spectacle's also promoted on an online petition signed by more than 22,000 people that asked the Archbishop for a personal apology. And the signers also wanted him to reconsecrate the cathedral after it was desecrated by the performance.
It needed to be purified. Those guys eat way too many spices in their food is what happened. They were overly stimulated when they came up with this idea.
So I guess the cathedral often hosts like cultural events and has begun internal reviews. So they also promised that they would be very careful on what they picked for events in the future.
Obviously.
Yeah, somebody lost their job over this. Somebody,
The Archbishop.
no, they need the Archbishop. He has to purify the place now.
Well, that's my story.
It's almost right up there with watching commercials and wondering how they got approved.
Yeah.
Right?
So, yeah. I don't know if they were desperate for a show or it was somebody's
They really wanted to get
friend.
people in there.
Yeah, or somebody's friend, like, hey man, just give us a chance, it'll be great. Something happened. I don't know what it is, but something went
It
very
didn't
bad.
go in depth, so I have no clue if maybe the cathedral was trying to put on these cultural events to earn extra money or...
Do we know how long this thing was?
No, it did not say how long the show was.
Because at some point, everybody's got to be like, oh God, we should stop this. Somebody should stop this. And it just kept going. Because there's no report you said in there of them stopping the show.
No. So now I should Google it and find out about
The final product.
that's supposed to be done in September of 2025. Unless they took that down too.
Yeah.
Probably had to.
He had to apologize.
Right?
Well, I guess it had to go one of two ways. Either they took it down because what the hell just happened, or that was one of their biggest successes because everybody heard about the shit show that was the first one, and now they want to see the final product of shit show.
Raw chicken and diapers.
I give it a 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 4 bacon strips on that one. When you have to have the venue purified afterwards, you really fuck something up bad.
Right?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
I got an order app.
All right, Stephanie, you're up. What do you got for us?
I have a Reddit story from Am I the Asshole Relationships?
Well, that should go well.
The title is Am I the Asshole for Refusing to Blow into My Boyfriend's Device to Start His Car?
Oh my God. You started with asshole and relationships. You
And
got
blowing.
to the word blow. And I was like, oh, refuse to blow into my boyfriend's. Okay, whew, okay, all right. Device.
She's doing
to
that the
start
wrong way?
Right?
his car. Okay, all right. I was a little worried there. Okay, anyway, continue on.
All right. My boyfriend wouldn't leave my apartment. He had been here every day since Thanksgiving. At first, it was nice, but I really could use some space, and he was refusing to give it to me. He has his own place, but refuses to go there.
Could you just go? Is that when you like call his mom, like, hey, can you have him over or something? Like, break your router or like disconnect your internet. Just get him the hell out of my house.
Oh, hold up. The question is does he have a key?
He never left. You don't
So he
have-
doesn't go to work?
You didn't. Well, it doesn't sound like it.
Okay, we'll get into the story. I'll stop thinking. I have so many questions.
I expressed to him multiple times that I would like him to go home before we get snowed in so he wouldn't be stranded here. The first time he said okay, but ended up coming to my apartment after work anyway. When he got here, he asked me if he could use my car to go get some weed. I said no, use your car. He said he couldn't because he just took a shot. He ended up calling an Uber so he could go get some weed and come back.
This
There's
guy. Oh God! I was like, this guy's winner chicken dinner. She should marry this man.
When he got back, I told him again he should leave before the snow starts. He said, okay, can you breathe into the breathalyzer thingy so his car would start? I said no. This is something he has asked me to do in the past, and I did it twice before. Both times he swore up and down that he hadn't been drinking and didn't know why it wouldn't start. He complained about how he needed to get to work and it was important and blah, blah, blah.
He needed to get to work, so he'd been drinking before going to work in this scenario. Okay.
We don't know what kind of job he has. He could be a bartender.
Yeah, I guess I had some assumptions.
So I did it. I didn't like doing it, but I knew telling him no would cause an issue between us. He claims I'm not on camera because I'm doing it from the passenger seat, but it's scary to me and I don't want any legal trouble. So this time around, I said no. He said if I really wanted him to leave, I would do it. I still refused. Of course, the snowstorm comes and he is stuck at my apartment Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Tuesday night, I can't take it anymore and decide I will leave my apartment and stay at my mom's, but my car is packed in from them clearing the streets. I tell him this and he again asked me to blow to start his car. He started drinking at 2 p.m. that day. So I suggest he call an Uber to go home. He tells me no because the prices are too high. I offer to pay for it. It was $32. He says no, he wants me to blow because he doesn't want to leave his car here. I tell him no, call someone else who will blow into it. This turns into him screaming at me, following me around the apartment, telling me to blow. Finally, I say,
From the outside, that sounds like a hilarious thing. Like your neighbors, like, just blow, just blow. That's all you gotta do. We can be out of here and you just blow it. Just okay. Anyway.
Finally, I say, I'll just call the police, and he finally caves in and accepts the Uber I pay for him.
Imagine that.
His car was left here overnight. He's pissed at me. I spent $32 for an 8-minute Uber ride, but I finally have my apartment to myself. Am I the asshole for not blowing into the device like he asked, although I've done it for him in the past?
No.
No, you're not an asshole. You're an idiot. Get rid of this waste of space.
Right?
Right from the get-go. Hey, I've been drinking and I want to go get some weed, but I have a breathalyzer because I have an OWI and I need to see if my girlfriend will do this.
I need
Guy's
a
just
car.
a piece of shit to begin with.
I don't know how they work, but do the breathalyzers work when you're high?
I don't think so. I
I
think it's
don't-
alcohol based only.
I think it only does alcohol. I don't know. Somebody go get an OWI real quick and we can test this.
I'm going to say no
with
to
some
that.
marijuana. No.
No.
Okay, probably not. So
But at least he got his weed.
at least he got his weed. That's what's important here.
I do think it's hilarious, though, that he would pay for an Uber to go get weed, but he refused to pay an Uber to go home.
Well, yeah, he really wanted the weed. Yeah, she's dating a giant baby with a drinking and weed problem is what she's got going on there.
Maybe he should be the one in a diaper.
Yeah, in some raw chicken. Yeah, no. She's not the asshole, but it should never have gotten to this situation, and she needs to get rid of this waste. This guy is garbage.
Well, considering the fact that he knows it's in his car and he continues to drink, and that's his excuse for staying at her house.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to leave.
Yeah, if you have, just plan an hour in advance. Stop fucking drinking. Maybe you can drive your own damn car. That also means, by the way, that he has alcohol just randomly at her place, or he's drinking her. He's probably drinking hers. This guy.
The question is, though, why does he keep going back to her place? If he has to leave for work, why can't he just go home after work?
That's
another
good
question.
Point. She probably feeds him. He's probably doesn't have food at home, and she feeds him.
There's a lot of unanswered questions.
You know?
Unless maybe he doesn't have a home and she doesn't know it.
That's a good point. He might have been evicted a long time ago for all she knows. I didn't think of that.
And he didn't say anything to her about it?
Correct.
Oh my God. Yeah.
There's a lot of questions.
There's a
behind this
lot going on here with this one. Okay, not an ass. No, I would say you're not an asshole. Let's start with that. Let's answer the question. I don't think so, because you don't want to. Because if he does, okay, the idea is she's not on camera, but yeah, obviously he's been drinking. Otherwise, it would work for him. And if he does get an accident or does get pulled over, the first thing the cop's going to say is, "How did you get this? Yeah, how'd you get this thing started?" And he's going to roll over on her probably because he's a piece of crap. Mm-hmm. So first of all, for that question, no, not the asshole. Definitely shouldn't have done it in the first place. And get rid of this piece of crap guy. We'll put that in there. Weirdness. Well, first of all, Misty, you would agree? She's not the asshole?
No, she is definitely not an asshole.
So.
She's only an asshole because she is not breaking up with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. She just knows how to pick them. Okay. Weirdness.
I give it a 3 crispy because it's definitely weird that he just doesn't leave. He's like,
There's a lot of unanswered questions.
yes, he's addicted to something.
Looking at this from the viewpoint of, like, let's say we're one of her friends and you just go over there and you're like, why is that idiot still here? He won't leave. You can't kick him out. No, his car won't start because he has a breathalyzer. He's still drinking. Yes, I can't get him to stop drinking either. Did he ever leave? Yes, he left to go get weed and came back. From the angle of that, as a friend who's hearing this, I would definitely call that a weird story. I would definitely say that it's weird. I would say, I'm going to give that one a 4. I want to say 4 bacon strips on that one for weirdness, because I just imagine going to someone's house to be like, why is that thing still here? I can't get rid of it. It's like a stain in the floor.
It's been there for years.
It's been there for years. I've tried everything. It won't come out.
It's like that gum that's been stuck under a table for a while.
That's actually a good description of this guy, I think. He's the human equivalent of gum stuck under the table. You get rid of it and then it still comes back. You're like, where does this gum keep coming from?
I got an order app.
All right, Trevor, I think you're up.
All right, this one is going to be called Original Gangsta.
G-Thug.
G-Thuggin'. This guy's G-Thuggin' hard. This one is going to come from a July 2022 article of Mental Floss magazine. I miss Mental Floss. Then the next source of Original Gangsta story is a February 2021 article of We Are Mighty. And then a December 2022 article of thedailymeal.com, which is a news place that does fun little news stories. Guess how often?
Every day?
Daily. Yeah, it does. It does. So there we go.
Do they have daily flavors?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends. Is sports considered a flavor? And then local news? I don't really know. I feel like it's one of those things that if you have one of those smart mirrors and you can program it to pop up stories, news stories while you're brushing your teeth, that this website specifically like panders towards those type of things. And then
Would you really want that to pop up on your screen while you're brushing your teeth?
The Original Gangsta story?
We'll find out.
We'll find out, won't we? The setting for today's story is Corbin, Kentucky in the early 1930s. Corbin, Kentucky, just like many other places in the world, pretty much everywhere in the world, there's the good people, there's the bad people, and there's the downright trash people, right? Like that's everywhere. We have them here in Wisconsin. Every city, every country seems to have it. You can't escape the trash. Anyway, because of Corbin, Kentucky having so much juicy stuff going on all the time, the local newspapers always had plenty of fun things to report about. And one of the things they had report about is about a gas station rivalry that got a little out of hand. All right, so this is going to be about
story.
Yes.
Like West Side Story. This news, the local newspaper is reporting about Harlan Saunders and his rival, Matt Stewart. And what kind of rivalry is this? Gas stations. So Harlan Saunders owns a Shell gas station in Corbin, Kentucky. And Matt Stewart owned a Standard Oil gas station in Corbin, Kentucky.
Right across across the street from you.
Probably.
They weren't right across the street from each other, and that will actually matter as we get into this. And the reason is because Corbin, Kentucky was kind of like a drive-through area. This is one of those towns that nobody's going to stop there for any reason other than to like fill up with gas, get food, things like that. Like it's kind of Nowhereville, Kentucky, okay? Or at least it was back in the 1930s. It was kind of just a drive-through area. Now, with that, the only way to get business to your direct gas station, though, was using roadside signs because neither one of them are on the main drag. They're just off the main drag. So if they want people to go to their gas station, they had to have signs on the main drag saying, hey, turn left. My gas station's down here. Turn right. My gas station's down here. And if someone's looking for the gas station, the first sign they see, that's the one they're going to take, probably, right? Like, hey, we need to find gas. We don't have GPS or anything. This is 1930s. Oh, look, here's a sign saying there's a gas station. Let's turn. Because of this, these roadside signs became a major conflict because one would make a sign and then the other one would make theirs closer and the other one would make theirs closer on either side. And then it got bad enough that Matt Stewart started painting over Harlan Saunders' signs. So Harlan would have a sign up, he'd come out and be covered in black paint. Then after he would repaint the thing, Matt Stewart started putting on like tar to cover it so you couldn't reuse it because this was on like the side of barns or like on a giant rock on the side of the road or something like that. They were putting these signs up.
I've been tarred.
Yeah, so with that, Harlan and Matt are not doing well with each other. They are very pissed at each other. Well, one day, Harlan is at his gas station and he's talking to two of his like suppliers, somebody from Shell, like two guys from Shell, because he was a Shell gas station that were there talking with him about stuff going on. And in comes some kid who says, Harlan, Matt Stewart's covering up one of your signs again. And he was pissed. So what does he do? The only smart thing you can do, he jumps in his car, takes the other two guys from Shell with him, and why not bring a gun or two with, right? All right, so they are driving over. This is on May 7th, 1931, by the way. They're driving over in Harlan's car. When they get there, Matt Stewart is up on a ladder covering up the sign with paint, as Harlan was told. So what happens then is Stewart, luckily, he also brought a gun with just in case something happened. So he shoots from on top of the ladder and he shoots one of the gas station other people, one of the Shell representatives named Robert Gibson. Then Harlan and the other employee decide, well, we're not going to take that. And they shoot back at Stewart, who's still up on the ladder. So we got Stewart shooting down, hits a guy. Harlan and the other guy shooting up at the guy on the ladder. They wound Matt Stewart, but Stewart's still, shooting away at him. So knowing that they hit him and hoping that they got him good, Harlan and the other employee jump back in the car and take off.
Why wouldn't you just take the car and hit the ladder?
I don't know. This
That'd be
wasn't
too easy.
This wasn't a well thought out plan. Now, I don't know if they took Robert Gibson with them. Remember, Robert Gibson was the guy that was shot by Matt Stewart when they first got there.
They just left him there.
I don't know if they left him there, if they took him, but Robert Gibson didn't make it. Robert Gibson died from this whole encounter with Harlan and Matt. In the aftermath of the whole thing, Matt Stewart does get convicted of murder. Harlan, on the other hand, Harlan Saunders, it's clear to the whole thing as self-defense because the only witnesses are a dead guy, Harlan Saunders, and his friend who's with him, and a convicted murderer. So they're like, all right, Harlan, we don't have enough evidence against you. We're going to let you go on this thing. Now, the issue, though, that what brings this to us today is that the newspaper got the name wrong. Instead, it was not Harlan Saunders. It was Harlan Sanders, as in Kentucky Fried Chicken, Colonel Sanders. So, Colonel Sanders was involved in a gunfight where they killed a guy before he became the fun-loving old Colonel Sanders and his delicious chicken. But yeah, that Shell station where his chicken became famous is the same one that did a gunfight because of.
Oh my God.
Guy died.
And that's why gun laws are the way they are right now.
Yeah.
Or the Wild Wild West,
Right. And that actually did become, because a lot of people knew about it back in the day, that actually did become a big thing of Colonel Sanders. They talked about he was a ruthless businessman and all that. So this is actually part of the legend of Colonel Sanders.
That's insane, because it was in his gas station that he made the chicken chicken recipe.
Yeah, it was his wife's chicken recipe.
Right.
And when that recipe, people loved the chicken. It was to die for. People loved the chicken. And then after, I think it was when he got his first Social Security check, because he needed a pile of money to get it going. That's when he decided to take it on the road and start trying to convince other places to sell Colonel Sanders chicken, Kentucky Fried Chicken. So
KFC.
So Colonel Sanders in his little white suit and little bow tie and all that good stuff is an original gangsta. Getting shootouts over road signs in the 1930s.
They'll be part of our title for the episode. The truth about Colonel Sanders.
So that's crazy.
Thank you.
I will give it a 4 for weird because I never would have thought Colonel Sanders
was a gangsta. He's OG.
More like a dinosaur finder because he reminds me of the old guy off of Jurassic Park.
He does. I almost wonder if they almost scripted him to look like Colonel Sanders. Like he's in a white suit and everything. But that's on my own thoughts. Anyway.
I'm never going to watch Jurassic Park the same, right?
Right.
Yeah, there was no dinosaurs in this Colonel Sanders story, though.
I just don't understand why you wouldn't have just hit the ladder.
Again, it would have been too easy.
I guess it also depends on what was on the other side of the ladder.
That's a good point too. That's a good point because we don't really know because the big giant billboards we think of now as roadside signs were not the thing. There were some normal roadside signs, but they would just rip out of the ground. So they started doing things like painting on rocks and things that people wouldn't destroy.
Or
but then they
a side of a
them.
building or...
Yeah. But again, then they'd paint over it and paint their own and then somebody paint over that. So then they started using tar. They're doing whatever they could to prevent each other to the point where one died.
It's probably a good thing because I could see this gangsta trying to make KFC chicken from him.
Yeah. So.
No, not of him, like stealing the recipe and making it his own.
Oh my God, that's right. I wonder because actually, fried chicken was a very popular thing at gas stations because you could eat cold fried chicken. I think I've talked about this in a previous episode where you can, cold fried chicken was a very standard picnic basket thing. And with that, a lot of gas stations sold it because it's like gas station food. Like we go there and we buy a bag of chips and a granola bar or whatever, kind of throw it in the car and eat it on the drive. Mm-hmm. Fried chicken was very popular at gas stations. So they probably did have fighting recipes. And maybe Matt Stewart's recipe was better, but because Matt Stewart had to sit in prison because he killed a guy.
That's true. Maybe he stole it.
Maybe oh my God, I didn't think of that.
What if
maybe
Colonel Sanders stole it?
Matt Stewart's recipe.
Nobody knows.
I don't know all the finite parts of it though, because I didn't get into it, but there is a portion of this where I guess Matt Stewart's niece ended up working for Colonel Sanders at some point and started dating his son or some weird. I never got into it because it's small town stories, but yeah. So
the title is going to be Chicken, Churches, and the Truth About Colonel Sanders.
Ooh,
I like it.
I also give it a 4 because it had a weird twist at the end. That wasn't expected.
Never would have. Yeah.
You guys like the little twist? And that twist is real. I didn't make that all up. They really did put his incorrect name in the newspaper. I didn't even make that up. That's the real twist. What a twist.
I got an order up.
And we are looping back then to Misty now as her number 2 story. What do you got, Mr. Ray?
This is an article from UPI. It's called Serial Underwear Thief at New Zealand School.
Of course. There's always somebody.
This is starting to sound yucky. I mean, serial underwear thief isn't good to begin with, but you added a school in there. Okay. All right. Let's hear about the panty raider here.
Maybe they like thongs.
Could be.
Okay, so a serial thief who has been stealing items including towels, shoes, and underwear from a New Zealand school for over a year was finally caught on camera and identified as a literally cat burglar.
Oh. I was sitting there thinking too, I'm like, how did they cat? Oh. This is the what was the other one? The weasel. This is like the weasel. Okay, keep going.
They're in cahoots.
They are in cahoots. So the principal of the Abani school said items had been mysteriously disappearing from the school during the season while the pool was in use.
While the pool is in use, which would explain the towels and shoes and underwear, because otherwise I don't know why you would leave those at school. Okay, all right. Well, the pool is in use.
So the school posted a video on Facebook when the thief was finally caught on a security camera. The footage shows a black cat dragging a large towel across the playground.
This looks fun. I'm just going to take this.
I wonder what he's doing with it.
When a pair of swimming trunks and a towel went missing, the office lady checked the cameras. This is how they got the footage for our wee offender. And he was witnessed. And they found a large stash at the back of the PE shed. So he was hiding and stealing all this stuff and hiding it behind the physical education shed.
Oh, maybe like a little bed or something like that. Make a little kitty bed or a place for kittens or something like that. Okay, all right. It's making sense. More than the weasel. We never found the shoes.
No, they never found the shoes of the weasel. But the groundskeeper made contact with the cat's owner, who confirmed that their pet was a notorious thief.
Oh, this is even just a wild cat. This is so... Okay,
This is
all
the
right.
house cat.
I am calling it out. Those people knew. You can't tell me that cat always hauled whatever it had to that shed. That cat had to carry some stuff home, and they're sitting on their front lawn or in their house, and all of a sudden through the cat gate door comes a cat carrying some kid's swim trunks, and they're probably like, oh, fuck. They knew. You cannot tell me they had no idea that their cat was doing this.
Well, nobody knows the name of the cat because the owners did not want the news to bring out the cat's name.
Oh, my God. He's a registered felon. Are they worried it's going to ruin the cat's reputation?
I don't know. But that's all they had.
I got nothing on that one.
Why would you? Why? What difference does it make? Was the name of the owners in it? In
Nope.
the story?
They weren't named
They were
either.
anonymous.
They were.
I don't want you to know the name of the cat because I don't want him identified on the news. Which goes again further to my theory that they knew about this the whole time. They are well aware that their cat has been stealing stuff from the local pool and bringing it home.
Yep.
Yes, they have.
Oh yes, I would definitely say it.
That's my story. I seem to find all the animal thieves.
I give it a 4 with no words behind it because, they don't want the cat to get arrested.
Yeah.
Cat jail? Like, what are they going to do? Take them to the pound? I highly doubt it. I mean, it's a cat. People probably find it freaking hilarious.
Right?
I'm gonna go 4 crispy, not because the cat is weird, but because the owners are really freaking weird. Oh my god! And then there's this underlying story that the owners are actually on witness protection and they have fake names, but they kept the original name of the cat and they don't want to tell anybody because somebody can figure out who they are because they can trace the cat back.
Or the cat is bringing home things that they like and they're now wearing it.
Oh my god! I never even thought of that. They got a whole pile of towels that they just use when guests come over. Like, why do your towels got little kids'
That's why they don't want their names
written on
revealed.
them? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 4 crispy. The owners are weirder than the cat. Cat's weird. I think the owners are sweet. I like the owners.
Funny part is it doesn't say what school. Like if it was an elementary school, a middle school, or a high school. It's just one of the schools in New Zealand.
So, do you think they're going to add like a little gate or something without a lock on it, but a latch to keep this cat out?
That or they start locking their locker room doors because that's where it's all going to be coming from.
Well, yeah, it's got to be sneaking into the locker rooms and stealing the stuff. Definitely.
I would assume if it's a pool at the school, it was probably a high school.
Okay.
That would be my guess too.
Makes sense. And people don't. I mean, you could tell everybody leave your stuff in a locker, but people are not going to. You know how that goes.
Let's be real. Are you kidding me? They put their shit on and just leave it all over.
Oh,
It's probably
okay.
like their bedrooms.
Right?
Oh, pet peeve, related but not. A pet peeve is when you go to the gym and you see all these lockers and they all empty, but then you open them up and someone's craps in it. Someone's craps in that one. Someone's craps in that one. Every one of them's got people's stuff in it, but they don't put locks on or lock them. And it's annoying because I go through an entire freaking pile of lockers to find an empty one because you can't just put a freaking lock on it or turn the knob. So it used to be worse than the old one. You used to have to go to the Y. In the Y, you had to bring your own lock. And of course, nobody did because everybody trusted everybody. But then every locker, you couldn't tell if there's anything in it until you open it. You just ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. We were the only ones. You'd be working out and you just hear people go ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. At least now, because we go to Planet Fitness now, at least now they have the built-in locks, so everybody does use them. So you can tell it's turned. It's a lot better, but so annoying. Freaking drove me insane. Okay, unrelated.
Thanks, guys.
Yes, poor Crispy. You're welcome for your cat burglar story.
Yes, you're very welcome.
I got an order app.
All right, Steph, you're up. What you got for us?
Another Reddit story. This is from Relationship Advice.
Well, are they going to give advice to? Is this just the same story about the woman who can't get rid of her boyfriend? Where just the advice is, hey, take this story, get rid of that guy?
Nope.
Is that the entire thing? Aww.
The title is My 39 Female Boyfriend 44 Male Insists on Throwing Whatever He Wants in Our Toilet.
Well, there.
It's hard for you to say.
You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. I want to know what the list of things is. Because I'm thinking about, we've emptied out the Tupperware. You'll have some leftover like soup or something. Sometimes got to have big chunks. Like, all right, it's too liquidy to throw in the garbage. So we've done that. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but I think everybody does anyway. Okay, sorry. Stephanie, you do you.
It's his tangent.
That's why I usually read the title and just let him
Let
go.
This is not your first rodeo.
I'll wait like 5 minutes and then I'll be like, okay, can I get to the story now?
Yes, you can.
Okay. This is literally making me want to scream. We bought a house together a few years ago. All his life, I guess he had strong plumbing and threw everything in the toilet. Food, paper towels, garbage, you name it. I was raised never to do this. As were most people.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Like you get taught at a young age.
Yeah. Even flushable wipes are not flushable.
Right.
Yep.
Our toilet cannot take this type of abuse. The plunger is constantly out. I thought he would be able to connect his actions to these toilet clogs, but he seems to willfully refuse to accept he is causing these problems. I have showed him articles and videos as to why you can only throw toilet paper in the toilet, and now this discussion literally causes a fight. There is a garbage can beside the toilet, and he still will throw used tissues in the toilet. I found wet wipes hidden near the toilet and know he is using them.
A tissue? I feel like you could flush a tissue. Is it that much different? Well, I guess you got like lotion and stuff. I guess it is quite a bit different than toilet paper.
I guess it depends
Tissue?
on how
What's
big
your
the
vote?
wad is.
What's your vote on tissue? Tissue? Yay or nay?
I don't know, because now I want to go home and put a piece of toilet paper and a tissue and a piece in water and see which dissolves better.
Ooh, good call. Good call. Steph, what's your view?
I have flushed tissue. It's not like every day.
Yeah,
Well,
you're not
no.
going to do the entire box of tissues.
No.
Right.
Okay. All right. So
But like
you're-
if I
does
kill
seem-
a bug or like the stink bugs, because for some reason,
Yeah.
we get those around here lately.
Yes.
I feel like last year was terrible for this little stink
yes.
bug.
So, you can't squish them.
Nope.
So I will grab them lightly with a tissue and then flush them down the toilet.
All right. Anyway, sorry.
Despite me asking him repeatedly not to throw these items in the toilet, he is still doing it. Last night we had a clog that overflowed and flooded our bathroom. It was absolutely disgusting, and he tried to use all my nice towels to clean it up.
Oh.
This is driving me
Those are for company.
This is driving me insane. How do I explain that you cannot throw anything but toilet paper in the toilet?
I want to know what else he's throwing down the toilet. Like, how big are these chunks of food he's throwing down the toilet?
Well, and it could. We don't know how old this house is. Like, if they have like our house. Our house is 100 years old, and with that, it's got these old pipes, and tree roots can grow between them. So the problem is those tree roots cause like a filter thing. So anything, even toilet paper, runs into that and gets stuck, but it rips quickly because it's toilet paper. But flushable wipes you can't do that with, or anything else, because we still got to get them cleaned out every couple of years. Like they're always gonna be a problem. But yes, it's probably what's going on is he's flushing bigger things and it's hitting those tree roots. and
So the
stuff.
question is does she flush her tampons?
Ooh, that's a good question, actually, because that would definitely be just as bad as the other things. We have no idea. She did not fess up to her actions, did she?
I think she was taught at a young age that
That nothing but toilet paper goes
All
down
right,
the
so
toilet.
I think we can interpret that to mean she's not flushing tampons.
I would assume.
the fact that she's the one that's showing him videos and has tried to explain to him numerous times, like, you cannot flush all this other stuff down the toilet. I don't think that she, would flush her tampons.
Yeah, so you're probably right on that one. So I don't know how you teach this guy. Like, you've told him, you showed him video. What else is left? Like when you're showing him computer diagrams of stuff getting clogged.
Stick some saran wrap on the toilet seat.
Guess so. And I'm sure it's one of those things where he doesn't do it in front of her because he knows it makes her mad. So he's probably doing it when she's not looking. Like the wipes. She said she found, what was it, disposable wipes or whatever.
Well, okay.
That was next to the toilet.
Yeah.
So
Either he missed or like, no, he's just stashing and we'll flush when she's not there. But does that mean the condoms go down the toilet too?
Oh, yeah.
One would hope she's using a condom because that man should not reproduce.
Well,
no,
the other
I'm
question,
saying is he flushing him down the toilet after use?
Well, yeah, clogging the toilet. Mm-hmm.
it makes you wonder, too, is if when she leaves, does he go through the garbage to flush food down the toilet? Because that's what he thinks is the right thing to do.
There's probably chicken bones in there.
Stephanie, raw chicken. You got your chicken in the story. Good job, Stephanie.
Well, that wasn't raw chicken. That's chicken bones.
That's true. They probably cooked them before they flushed them.
Still chicken related.
Still chicken related. I think it counts.
That's right. Eggshells. There you go. Even more of a chicken.
I use it just as a compost pile.
She should just get him a compost bucket.
Yeah, I feel like she has done everything you can to try to teach this guy.
You know?
And then he used the good towels.
Well, at least he cleaned it up instead of just leaving it for her to do. Yes, they were the good towels, but...
Never use the good towels.
Nope.
I don't even use my good towels on my pets when we wash them.
Yeah, because when you wash them, they're still furry, I think.
Well, I'd hope so. They have fur.
The towels or the pets?
The pets.
Well, yes. I mean, the towels are still furry. The towels still have fur on them. That's what I meant.
Okay, so on that note, if you get a hairless cat, you don't have to bathe them, but you would think that you would need to somewhat bathe them. So do you use baby wipes to wipe them down?
I think you still bathe a hairless cat. I bet you they still do.
There's probably like a special shampoo, like say if an animal has alopecia.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You could use that unless they say like a warm washcloth to wipe them down.
If I somehow had to have a hairless cat as a pet, I would have to put a sweater on it. They're so ugly to me.
No offense to anybody that has one.
Yeah, some people love them. There's people that love them, obviously. And some people that have to have them because they can't have animal friend in the house, but they want a pet kitty. But, oh, God, they're so ugly to me.
I think they're adorable. I think it all depends on the colors situation of them, but I think some of them are adorable.
Like a big pink scrotum.
Well, now we all know what he thinks about his own junk.
Right?
There's like a hairless cat down there.
Well, now all the viewers know that you're clean.
So, I mean, hopefully she made him. Well, she did make him. Well, I don't know if she made him clean it up, but I cleaned it up with the towels. But yeah, I don't know what to do with this idiot. I mean, it could be worse. Could be like the other guy with the breathalyzer, I guess. You know,
Maybe they're friends.
maybe they're roommates, and that's why he won't go back there. He's like, oh, this guy keeps flooding the toilet with flushing chickens down there.
I give it a 3 crispy because that is definitely freaking weird. As to how to get him to stop, get him his own goddamn bathroom. Or you know what? Figure out how to get a porta potty and that's all he can use.
There you go. Can you ban him from the bathroom?
Well, you either break up with the guy or you ban him from the bathroom.
Right. I feel like, yeah, because you're running out of options. You've tried everything you can.
Hey, at least he's not pooping in the shower.
Waffle stopping that shit.
Don't know.
That's true.
Oh
we
my
don't
God,
know.
We don't. Yeah. This is probably just the tip of the iceberg. This is the stuff that she knows he does. Oh, this is the stuff he lets her know. There's probably stuff.
Get him a litter box. That's all he can have.
Right?
But I'll put the scoop in the dishwasher. So, see, God, we're going all over the place here. I will give that one. I'll give that one a 3 crispy. I like the fact that she has tried and cannot get this idiot to get his head out of his ass.
Well, thanks, guys.
Or his head out of the
welcome.
toilet. One or the other.
Right?
Maybe try to flush his head down the toilet. Maybe he's trying to flush everything else. I don't know. All right, guys, I do believe that is enough for us for today's episode. We're going to wrap this up then by reminding everybody where you can find out more about us. Remember, we are on Facebook. We are on TikTok. We are on YouTube. In fact, our whole episode will be on YouTube. If you want to watch us in the studio recording, you can definitely check us out. Each episode's on there, launched the same day as the podcast episode, so you can check it out. We also do, of course, the shorts and the reels and the TikToks, of course. If you want to send us an email, you can do. Also, we're on Instagram. cart. I forgot to mention Instagram cart. We're on that too. Also, guys, if you want to send us an email, you can do that. Our email address is weirdwithsideofbacon@gmail.com. There is no A, just again, weirdwithsideofbacon@gmail.com. You can always send us something. Maybe you found an article that you thought was great. Maybe you got your own weird personal story, something from history that you think we should cover. We would love to hear from you. As we like to say at the end of every episode, keep it weird, because normal is just another word for boring. Thanks, guys.
Bye.